Go, go.
Okey-doke. It's common knowledge that the Supreme Court case of Roe versus Wade in 1973 they legalized abortion federally, so federal government supports abortion. Since 1973, there's been 49,551,703 abortions in the United States alone. These are just documented abortions. These aren't abortions that you find people doing by themselves. These aren't abortions that are overseas or anything like that. People that went overseas, got an abortion, save pity. This is just documented facts in the United States, according to the National Right to Life Committee website. Next, there's three main views of how to look on abortion. First is a secular view, which is pro-choice. Second is the biblical view that we probably all share. This explains when God acknowledges life. The third is the economic view, which most of you probably don't know about. This expresses the impact of society missing those 49 million consumers. According to the National Abortion Federation website, the decision of ending life, prematurely ending a life in pregnancy, is solely up to the woman. The reason why is because the fetus is considered a woman's property, and just as an American citizen has the right to control what they do with their TV once it's outdated, or what they want to do with their lawnmower once it doesn't work anymore, they have the right to throw it away. This is the right that women have with their unborn child, as you can see in the picture there. Big reason of why abortion is legalized is because of the philosophy that if you don't legalize it, then people are still going to do it. A commonplace before 1973 was in back alleys. People would grab a hanger. I don't want to get too explicit here, keep it rated PG, but again, guess what they do. When did we adopt the philosophy of just because people are going to do it anyways, it should be legal? When did this happen? Why did this happen? What are we going to do about it? According to our president, a woman should not be punished with a child for the rest of her life for a mistake she made. So children are now punishment. A future upcoming generation is now a punishment that we have to deal with. This view is shared by Planned Parenthood, which is one of the largest pro-choice organizations in the United States and really in the world, and also the National Abortion Federation. Now what the Bible has to say against everything that I just said. Since this can't be sermonic, I'm trying to keep it short and sweet here. There's three main verses in the Bible that explain a life in the womb. The first big one is Psalms 139:13, and that says, "Certainly you made my mind and my heart. You wove me together in my mother's womb." John MacArthur says that this basically just magnifies the power and the beauty of creation and how much God has in store for us before we're even born, before we're even thought of. The second one is Job 3:10. In pretext and context, you really have to read the entire chapter of Job 3. We won't go into that one. And then the last one is Jeremiah 20:17. For he did not kill me before I came from the womb, making my pregnant mother's womb my grave forever. This means that God controls whether or not the abortion goes through. A different way to defend a pro-life position is looking at the economical differences. 1973, like I said before, Roe versus Wade Supreme Court case. Afterwards, there's been 49,551,703 documented abortions. Again, this fact is from the National Right to Life Committee website. According to Linda Stern, which is backed by Newsweek, sources and Ned's co-host, the average cost of raising a child from age 1 to 17 is $300,000. With inflation in 1973, it would have been $285,000 at that time. But we don't want to be bashful, so we're just rounded down to $250,000. So you take 49,501,703 abortions times $250,000. You get $12,375,425,750,000 that you're taking out of the economy in a span of over about 30 years. And this is due to Drew's comments at that. The secular view places human life in the same category as property. The biblical view of pregnancy is God creating a body, spirit, and soul to bring glory to his name. And the economic view of abortion shows the crippling of the economy. The first 3 words in our government's how-to book, or at least what seems today like how not to book, is we the people. That means that everyone in this room is responsible for what's going on. Isaiah 59 talks about how a land with no justice is in need of an intercessor, and when there is no one to intercede for God and his justice, he brings his own justice with fury. So, out of respect for my nation, out of respect for our nation, do something about it. Get active. Don't let abortion slide. Yeah, it's on the flash drive.
Enable editing.
I did my speech on the positive attitudes towards people with disabilities and just how education are not being.
Just making sure. Yeah, it's still going. I forgot to stop.
How we as a nation are not just being sympathetic and understanding of the people in our nation that have disabilities, whether they were physical or just with their own. So many times we just don't have sympathy, and we have set stereotypes for the people that have disabilities. So I just want to challenge you guys to be thinking that the bad attitudes that we have towards people with disabilities show, and they not only affect us, but they affect the disabled, in fact. So what stereotypes do you have towards people with disabilities? So I'm going to talk about just the stereotypes and the poor reflection that it has on us, as well as the need for friendships built between us and disabled people. there was this little boy, and his name was James, and he had a disability that was noticeable to people. And he had said this quote, "I grew up knowing that I was different. Other kids teased me and called me names like retard. The first time I felt hurt and left out was in 5th grade. The other 4th and 5th graders played together in gym class while I was put in 2nd grade gym class. One day a famous football player visited the 4th and 5th grade classrooms. All of the kids got his autograph except for me, because I was with the 2nd graders playing duck duck goose. So mom called the school to tell them it wasn't fair, but I was only reprimanded by the school for complaining too much." And that came from Meters, which was in the article Sticks and Stones. So just be thinking about the individual attitudes that you have that can affect kids like this. I mean, we were all in 4th and 5th grade before, and you can think back, I'm sure, to instances where you said things that you really didn't mean, but it came across that way to someone with a disability, even if you guys didn't realize it affected you that way, or that person. Also, just another quote I have is, "The individual attitudes impact the decisions they make in life. These attitudes are often formed early and are maintained by individuals throughout their lives." It came from Rice on attitudes of undergraduate students towards people with intellectual disabilities. Stereotypes include seeing them as dependent, isolated, depressed, and emotionally unstable. That came from entrepreneur.com. So just think about the stereotypes that you yourself have and for people with disabilities. And just realize how ignorant you can sound saying some things. Like, I mean, just using the term retard can come across really, really ignorant to someone that does have a disability, whether you know they do or not. I mean, it could just be a learning disability. So it not only makes you look bad, but it hurts them. So think about the poor attitude that you have and the corrupted thinking that gives you. Because you're not only sitting there having not necessarily a bad attitude, like, oh, I don't want to be here, but a bad attitude meaning you look down on that person for having a disability, or just different things like that. And also just the possibility of actions being taken based off of your thought life. If you're sitting there thinking about how this person is stupid for not knowing something, or they can't go fast enough because they're in a wheelchair, just realize that sometimes that can take action, and that happens when people are bullied. And bullying and teasing have become critical issues nationwide. And this is particularly true as it applies to youth with disabilities. It's from Hoover and Steinham, bullying and teasing youth with disabilities. So just remember to care and have a positive attitude, and also just to build friendships. That gives you better mental health, realizing that you know that you're doing the right thing, and it also gives you peace, and it opens up opportunity for friendship with them. Given that the positive peer attitudes, social acceptance, and social interaction are important to a child's well-being, quality of life, and social academic development, it's important to understand how attitudes of non-disabled students towards their peers who have an intellectual disability can be improved. From Ritola Nettleback, Effects on Awareness program on attitudes of students without an intellectual disability. A positive attitude on the inside will help your character build a love for all of God's people. So check your walk. Are you treating them the way that Christ would do? So later on, James was sent to a home for disabled, and he was given other opportunities, and he became an advocate for people with disabilities, speaking up against people who are going to put them down. So just looking back, think about your stereotypes and how those affect you and other people, just the negative effects it has on you and them. And also just think about how you can build friendships with them, realizing that there are differences, but then you can grow off of that. So I challenge you guys to go out and to see how you view